Food and Beverage Magazine Live, bringing food and beverage to life with your hosts, James Beard Award winner Jennifer English and Food and Beverage Magazine publisher Michael Politz. Featuring leaders in the hospitality, branded food and beverage, and CPG industries, many of whom are Jennifer and Michael's friends in the business, for an informal and informative conversation where friends in the business share the latest intel, ideas, and best practices. Live, juicy inside scoop from the tastemakers, newsmakers, bread bakers, drink shakers, spoon lickers, clam diggers, farms, foodies, and friends of the food and beverage magazine world. Here are your hosts, Jennifer English and Michael Politz.
Hey everybody and welcome. It's Food and Beverage Magazine Live. I'm Jennifer English. I'm your editor-at-large, and we are going to go back east right now and visit with an extraordinary man. The word craft has come to mean so many different things in different industries, but when it comes to food, it means somebody's taking a lot of care and attention and bringing both a little bit of art and a little bit of science to the making of something and a product that turns out wonderfully well. Today we're going to talk to Nico Diaz, and he is a craftsman of the highest order because he's a bartender. He's not just any bartender, he is the crafty bartender. He can be found online, live, and on TikTok. He is in the vanguard of where our entire industry is going, and I am thrilled, absolutely, utterly excited and thrilled, because we're going to turn you on to the thing that's going to open up your food and drink world. He's the digital brand ambassador for Blue Coat Gin, but what he does on TikTok as the crafty bartender is really what's getting a lot of attention all around the country. He is in demand, to say the least, as a visiting celebrated pop-up bartender at some of the country's leading craft cocktail bars and mixology movement monuments. He's in demand in San Francisco, New York, New Jersey, Philadelphia, but he is joining us now live from his home saloon along the banks of the Delaware River, where they are getting a true dump of snow, and here he is in action. I'm thrilled to welcome him now. Look at that. I love it. Nico Diaz, my friend. Welcome.
Thank you for that warm welcome. You are the best.
Listen, I have to tell you, if I'm gushing like we're related, it's because I feel like you're part of our food family. And so I've been following you. We've got lots of friends in common, and I love the work you're doing. I love how you're advancing the storytelling narrative of the craft cocktail industry. But I want to take it back to all the things that you do, both on your own website and your own content creation. And what's really interesting, we're in a place in the world where the food industry, food and beverage, are calling the practitioners of these disciplines content creators, and we don't know whether the place where the content is shared is a website, a dining room, a ghost kitchen, a cocktail glass, a coffee cup, a bottle, a mug. I don't know where to go, but everybody's a content creator right now, and we're thrilled to have you joining us. So what kind of content do you create, my friend?
Well, I create educational content, or as we're taught on the back end at TikTok, edutainment. It's where rubber meets road. It's this sweet spot between educational content and entertainment.
What are we looking at here? I'm going to have you talk us through some of the things that we're going to share with the audience here. We've got to be on our audio so that we can hear each other, but I want you to describe, what are we watching when we're watching this scene?
Okay, sure. So this video right here is it's me with a friend of mine, Georgette Mosier-Petrosky. She and her late husband, Sasha.
I was going to say, that's not Sasha's widow, is it?
It is. And so, yeah, we are friends, and I am onboarding her to the platform on TikTok. And this video is us just me reaching out to the bartending community on the platform, saying, you know, you guys use this and reference this cocktail book all the time. Well, here's the author. she's here. Let's welcome her in. And so yeah, that's what that is.
I love that. Talk about what TikTok is. This is your TikTok landing page. We're just going to show it. And but Jonathan, give me 1 second. Before we go anywhere, how did you become the kind of mixologist and bartender who had so much to teach? Tell us just a little bit about your trajectory and journey to get here.
Thank you. That's a fantastic question. It's been unorthodox, to say the least. I started off in the New York City club scenes when I was a teenager, and as doing guest lists and bar backing, and that really started me on two separate trajectories that sometimes have aligned and sometimes have taken me off course in some interesting ways, and I try to be open to it. But one is, the front of house, and then the other is operations. So throughout the course of my career, I've done a great varied things, a number of things, from the bartending and anywhere from nightclubs to fine dining to craft cocktail programs, to music festivals and live music venues. I was a traveling bar manager for a while for a company called Beverage, and they have liquor licenses to, or the concession contracts for, large live music venues and festivals all around the country. And that definitely expanded my network some. And
we should tell people that you are, in fact, a craft cocktail catering company.
I am. So a little more than a year ago, I had this idea to finally put more of a focus on my cocktails as offering a service. And so I put some resources into this and had the website done, and then the pandemic hit. And not only did that seem like a wash at first, but I also lost my job. I was a assistant general manager of a bar and restaurant in the area. And it was just, it was rough. And then what happened right around that time, I had done a couple of cocktail tutorials, digital video, some videos on my Instagram, and thinking that, it's people are going to be home right now. Let's make some cocktails with things they may have around the house. And I was scouted by someone at TikTok, and they found me on Instagram, went to my website, and sent me an email. At first, I thought it was a hoax. Like, you're going to pay me to join this platform? Then I learned more about the Creative Learning Fund. And here's the thing. So the reputation on the platform has been the lip syncing and the dancing and, the kids. And so that fueled my reluctance at first. But it was quickly explained to me that they were pledging $2 billion over the course of 2 years to expand their educational component on the platform. They wanted to compete less with Instagram and more with YouTube. And in order to do that, they wanted to build out the educational aspect. And to do that, they needed to get a lot of educators on the platform. And to do that, they incentivized it, and they paid 1,000 of us. I'm the only one in the spirits or cocktail vertical, though, on that platform. That's a contract.
So let's go back to your TikTok page, because you're going to be the gateway entry into the TikTok world for people in our cocktail world. I love that you're our bridge. You're our collective ambassador.
Thank you.
Talk a little bit about what you now do on TikTok and how you become the crafty bartender on TikTok.
Sure. So my trajectory on TikTok is interesting, that I should have a lot more followers than I do. I have about 13,000 followers, but based on the amount of content, the quality of content, and my participation in the Creative Learning Fund, I should have a lot more followers, like hundreds of thousands of more followers. The problem is, because the age sensitivity of my content, there is a large, enormous segment of the population that is filtered. My content is filtered, so they'll never see it. And so it's a gift and a curse. So I have the back end access. I have all this information that I can impart and share with others, and I love to. But at the same time, there's a glass ceiling for, liquor brands and stuff like that, which I'm finding a little bit. But so that's now put me in a position to think creatively. And what I've done is this. As the digital brand ambassador for Blue Coat, I handled all brand activation for them on the platform. So January 1st, we created the platform, and I partner with Canyon Shayer, who is the portfolio brand ambassador for our parent company, Samson and Surrey, and we create a bunch of content together. And what I'm doing is trying to create social proof, Jennifer, right? So instead of
that's awesome.
Yeah, so instead of it just being about like the brand on the platform as an account and a hub, what we're doing is more spreading social proof across all the bartenders and different verticals, and sending out packages and getting creative with that. And so that has now been showing dividends in some pretty impressive ways, and it's now giving me access to other creators where they no longer even view me as a competing bartender, like competing for eyeballs. I mean, now I'm a resource because I am the first legitimate bridge to the platform from a spirits brand, right? So now
we're able to about Blue Coat Gin, because they are one of the spokes in your wheel that is driving this all forward. It's an American citrusy gin. It's wonderful. And you were seen making a bee's knees cocktail, obviously using lots of big flavors, hot honey, again, a pepper bacon. All this tells me about who you are in terms of your philosophy of flavor. And I could see how that Blue Coat brand partnership is such a good one for you. Will you talk a little bit about Blue Coat? We're going to run out of time, and I hate that we have such short time. We've got to have you back.
Yeah, and of course, and I'll come back anytime. So Blue Coat, that partnership came naturally in that as a bartender and program creator, I use it and I believe in the product. And so last year, at the end of last year, the owner, Andrew, he's our founder, and he had the vision to say, hey, I want to bring this guy on. And we had a conversation about creating like a proof of concept. Let's see what this looks like, if what we can do onboarding and activating the brand on the platform. And so far, it's just been great. And the team there is amazing. The people there are just people that I want to be around and work around. So not only is it this great product, but it's also backed by great people. And
well, it's a hometown product for you. It's a Pennsylvania company. They're really drawing on the whole heritage and history of all that Pennsylvania, the great Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, has to offer.
Yes, ma'am.
And where could people get the Blue Coat Gin if they wanted to try and play along with you with your TikTok videos?
Well, I mean, I guess that would really depend on what state you live. But we are available where fine premium spirits are sold generally. And
can we order any online? Can we?
Yeah,
is
sure.
that happening yet?
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, like through all like the online distributors and like the cwspirits.com, like those kind of places all carry Blue Coat for sure.
And I have to ask you before we let you go. I wanted to do a series because I love words, and in every interview I do with people in our business, I say, "Do you have your own toast?" And many times people have something that they say as a toast. But I want to create a TikTok channel where we get people from all over the world sharing their own personal toast. Can you help me do that?
I would be delighted.
So will you be my first guest when I ask you, Nico, what's the toast you share with your guests when you clink glasses?
You're putting me on the spot.
Well, if it's I don't want to say if it's blue, you can say it another time.
Yeah, no, I just I would want to think about that. I'd want to think about that.
Well, you know what? I love that, because that means that you and I are going to get to collaborate. And there's nothing I like better than collaborating with someone as talented and as deeply connected to our roots and history and mutual friends as we both are. So thank you for joining me today. And make sure everybody goes to visit you on TikTok. I think it's an incredible way for our industry to come and find you online. Give everybody the information one more time about how to find you on TikTok.
Thank you so much. Again, you can find me Crafty with no A, so CRFTY, bartender, on Instagram or TikTok. You can actually also find me on Blue Coat Gin on TikTok as well. And please follow us and show some support on Instagram as well. And my website is crftevents.com. I do virtual cocktail tutorials, private events, and I'm always open to collaborate with anyone in the hospitality family. I love it.
And you're one of the best in the business. You're one of our friends in the business, but you're really one of the best in the business. That seems to go hand in hand, that our friends in the business are also the best in the business. Lucky, lucky us. And maybe someday I will inspire you to name a cocktail after me. Nico Diaz from Crafty Bartender, digital brand ambassador for Blue Coat Gin, and our friend. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Cheers.
Whether you are thinking about becoming a restaurateur or you are already in the business, Michael Politz has written a must-read, The Food and Beverage Magazine's Guide to Restaurant Success. Pick up your copy today at Barnes & Noble, Amazon, Books A Million, or wherever fine books are sold.
Need a push getting your spirits, wine, or beverage brand into the hands of consumers? Interested in winning medals like a Double Gold Award? Proof Awards 2020, the ultimate beverage competition, can help jumpstart your brand into the hands of beverage buyers. Enter the Proof Awards. Be a part of the Proof Awards marketing campaign with our partner, Food and Beverage Magazine. All of our judges are buyers, and that's what sets our awards program apart from the others. Our judges head the beverage programs for restaurants, bars, nightclubs, casinos, liquor stores, big box retail, and national wine and spirits distributors. Your brand will be tasted by buyers from more than 15 states across the U.S. We have hundreds of categories to choose from at www.proofawards.com. Be seen by 12 million readers with our partner, Food and Beverage Magazine. Get tasted and rated by buyers. The 2020 Proof Awards competition is open for spirits, wine, and beverage brands today. Proof Awards 2020, moving brands into the marketplace. www.proofawards.com.